Okay, so this is day one of the devotional, and it's called I Choose Life and Good. The whole devotional itself is called Confessions for the Narrow Road. And the first day I called it I Choose Life and Good. And the scriptures that I meditated on where these confessions came from was Deuteronomy 30:15-20 and Matthew 11:25-30. So I'm going to read the confessions and talk to you about why they're significant to me. I choose to focus on the light. I choose to see the good in all people. I choose to love all people. I choose to live life the way God intended for me to live it. I don't yet know what that is or what that looks like, but every day I will wait on Him to discover how to choose life and good for that day. Every day is a life unto its own. Every day is a new day for grace to be received and to take mercy for when I miss the mark. I may not be perfect, but I am forgiven and I am blessed so that I can be a blessing to all mankind. This is what I choose to focus on today. I choose the blessing. I choose to receive the help I need to live the life God intended for me to live. I choose the yoke that is easy and the burden that is light. So as I wrote those confessions, in Deuteronomy is the scripture that says, I set before you this day life and death. Choose life that you and your descendants may live. And in the version that I was using is the One New Man Bible. And so it says choose life and good. And I think the other was death and evil, if I remember right. But I was choosing life and good. That's what I focused on the first day that I wrote this. Was I was choosing to focus on life and good. And for me, that was the very simple things. The good things of, hey, I have fresh, clean water to drink. I have the ability to take a shower every day. I have all my limbs and I can move around as I please. And then the other parts of it were choosing. These first three, choosing to focus on the light, which is to focus on the good things that were going on in my life. Even though I was going through some really difficult things at the moment, being separated from my daughter, which was really painful. At the time, God gave me this way to look at Scripture, to choose what I wanted for that day. And so that's what I did, choosing to see the good in all people, because there is good in everyone if we're willing to look for it. It's there because we're all children of God, before we accept Jesus or not, we're all made by God, so we're His kids. So anyway, other than that, I choose to love all people. That was a big one for me because I needed to realize that as a daughter of God, and God is love, it is God's desire that I love all people, no matter what their, no matter what, in whatever way they are, whether it's by their race or sexual orientation or anything. I am choosing to love them despite any of that, any differences. So now these other two that I liked a lot, I choose to live life the way God intended for me to live it. And realizing that I didn't know what that was. And it's okay that I didn't know what that was because I knew that God would reveal it in time. I didn't have to have it all figured out right then and there. So that was really good. And that's why I was choosing life and good. Just being, focusing on that was important for me that day. And the other one, that every day is a life unto its own. And it's a new day for grace and for mercy. For when I miss the mark. When I mess up, I can say to God, I'm sorry, I messed up, forgive me. And He forgives me. So there's that. And I recognizing that I might not be perfect, but I am forgiven. And I'm blessed to be a blessing. God doesn't just bless me for no reason. He wants me to give to others as well. And maybe I don't have money to give, but I have other things to give. I have my talents to give. I'm a chef and I can cook and I can prepare good meals for people. So that's something that I do to be a blessing. But those are the things that I chose to focus on for that day. And to receive the help that I need to live the life that God intended for me to live. That was really important to me too, because it's about receiving love and then passing that on. It's about receiving help that I need and then passing that on. So And then the last one from Matthew 11, about I choose the yoke that is easy and the burden that is light to bear, because Jesus said, "Come and take my yoke, for my burden, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light." And that was important because Jesus gives us something so much better, a light burden, a yoke that is not heavy, so that we can carry it and we can pass on the message about Jesus to others. So that's it for the first day. And so I'll come back and I'll do ones like this every day for 40 days. And I want you to share on Instagram and post and tell me what you think and what confessions you're wanting to make and choose for the day. Okay, so let's let this be interactive, okay? Once a day for 40 days, confessions for the narrow road. All right, bye.